Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm Shane.
We are back with BoJack. We're on what? Season 2, episode 7 now?
I guess, yeah.
Not a chance.
You remember what happened last time? The chicken episode. With Todd.
We're gonna get chicken later.
Becca.
Yeah.
Becca! Yes, Becca!
Yeah. That was a good episode. It was disturbing.
It was very disturbing. No one knows chickens like chickens.
Yeah.
That fucking guy.
And the fact that these guys are, I don't know, it made me think of just cannibalism.
And his wife wanted out.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to kill chickens. I want to teach kids math.
Yeah. Now, it's
and he's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She put her head down.
Yeah, and they were in that barn. You saw all the...
Oh, yeah, the killing instruments.
Yes.
It reminded me of the Changeling. You know the movie Changeling with Angelina Jolie that Clint Eastwood directed?
Yeah, I saw that.
And the guy was killing those fucking kids in his barn. Like he would kill chickens.
Yeah. There's people in the comments saying, guys, you just watched... Someone said, you just watched the worst episode of BoJack. Man, I didn't think that was the worst one. I actually enjoyed it.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, we're going to jump in.
Thank you, Billy Crystal, for that impression of a black person. I'm Scott Wolf.
And I'm Matthew Fox.
We may be a group of 5 on TV, but any of these next nominees would be welcome to join our party any day. BoJack Horseman, horsing around.
Now that's what I call horsing around.
Mr. Peanut Butter, Mr. Peanut Butter's house.
Now that's what I call dogging around.
When he does that...
Finally, my...
Oh boy, get it off, get it off.
Pass me that bottle of vodka.
That's not really how this works.
It's open bar, don't be a dick.
BoJack Horseman?
Do I know you?
This is my better half, Katrina Peanut Butter. Katrina, BoJack?
I don't watch TV. Can I get another drink now, or will that quote-unquote embarrass you?
No, I would never be.
Erica, throw me a wrap. I'm dying.
My friends told me to get a prenup, but I was like, hey, marriage lasts forever.
Listen, I'm kind of doing my own thing here.
Can you believe 2 guys like us were even in the same category as Hank Hippopopalous? That's Uncle Hanky.
Listen, Peanut Bottle, there is no guys like us. I'm BoJack Horseman, and you're just some other guy who I'll probably never talk to again.
Ugh, and we probably got it. And we'll find out in 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay, I gotta go. My wife's hand just disappeared into that busboy's pants. Treasure, sweetheart, we're in public.
Diane, will you bring me one of those big Toblerone bars?
Well, sure. But, I won't be out there for another month.
Here in Cordovia, I'm stitching children's arms back on. Oh, that's backwards, isn't it? Are you giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Any bad press you get can hurt Secretariat.
Now boarding Flight 422 to Juneau.
His country rests on the brink of civil war. Prince Gustav is a ruthless despot, but I'd still rather share a bed with him than my ex-wife. Shannon, I didn't mean that.
He did it last episode, too.
You guys can get some pictures together.
Hank is coming here?
That old guy from Hey, I Think You Can Dance? What's the big deal?
This guy was the guy. I even bought his novelty rap album, the Hank Hippopopalous Hip Hop Hypothesis.
You shouldn't meet your hero on an empty stomach.
Jesus.
You want me?
We've met.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so I thought for that.
First akimbo or
No,
king
that-
tut?
Yeah,
Mashed potato? Windmill. Uh-oh, I'm windmilling. Got a momentum going. Can't stop windmilling now.
Hey, why don't... Do you think Israel has a right to defend herself? And what part should the U.S. play as an ally?
Well, the thing about that, I don't know. It's a shame that... But a 2-state solution with an emphasis on human rights feels like a place to begin.
Very good insight, yeah. What about Hank Hippopopalous?
Well, all of his former assistants have made the same allegations.
I feel like we're getting off track
Do
here.
you really not know about that?
Any other questions about me, the handsome famous horse with the book?
What do you have against Uncle Hanky?
I'm not saying anything that isn't already on the public record. You can just Google Hank Hippopopalous allegations and you don't have to Google it right now.
Stanky Hanky, allegations vile and ranky. But first, the
Hold on.
Cordovian
I
Prince
can't talk.
Gustav went. His official statement was, Yes,
Mom,
I'm
hold on.
Prince of Cordovia. Hooray.
Who is this anonymous Diane and Wynn, and what does she have against our beloved hippopotamus? Joining me now is Hippopopalous apologist and armchair sociologist Cardigan Burke. Cardigan, what are these allegations?
These allegations are so crazy, I can't even say them on TV or I'll sound like a crazy person. National Treasure faced the same kind of smear tactics used by the Viet Cong.
Are you calling attention to the fact that Miss Nguyen is Vietnamese?
I'd like to think that's a coincidence.
Do me a favor. Please don't make a big thing out of this. It's really not a good time, you know, with my show about to launch.
Hey, we are on the same page.
Oh, are you also on Tit Puncher? Because you should not read the comments.
Believe me, nothing would make me happier than for this to just go away.
Great. I love you too.
Hello! Oh my God.
I am peasant boy Todd from village, friend of Peanut Man and lover of Federated American States. No reason for suspicions. Come on!
Wait a second.
There's another scruff.
Something's different.
Mine doesn't.
Royal life? Why I'm saying? I'm no royal. Look at me, normals.
There's that classic.
What you got against Uncle Hanky, you uppity coos?
Diane, I believe this question is for you.
Look, if anyone here has any questions about the book, I'd be happy to answer those.
As would I, BoJack Horseman, Golden Globe winning star of the book.
You women are all the same.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you make these broad accusations to get attention for yourself, and when you don't have proof to back it up, you just slink away.
Patton Oswalt.
Diane, you should probably just drop this.
Oh, I'm gonna drop it all right. They don't even know how much I'm gonna drop it.
The way you said that kind of made it sound like you're not going to drop it.
Ladies, please don't get hysterical!
Yeah, hi, I'm Diane's friend, BoJack. I'm opposed to child labor, like, as a rule, but there are some kinds of labor that children are just better at. You ever try to fit into a mine shaft? That is a tight squeeze.
I'm not afraid to say it. 8 different women, all former assistants, claim that Uncle Hanky took them to a...
What is Diane doing?
I know, right? It's
a disaster.
What?
The kids have gone through puberty. They are rubbing themselves on everything.
Jeez, if it isn't one thing, it's enough. Just get a hose.
Hammerhead.
Okay, I wanted to pitch you an expose on Hank Hippopopalous.
I would love to take down Hippopopalous and finally topple the acropolis of monstrous hypocrisy that ensconces us.
Hey,
Jesus.
Got your back right. We women have got to stick to, hey, fruit plate.
No, people don't want articles about that. People want life hacks.
Diane, you need to be strong. Everyone is gunning for you now because you're a woman who's talking out of turn about a man. We're not supposed to have opinions. We're just supposed to smile and look pretty. No, this model doesn't look as pretty as the other one. Can we kill it?
Scarves, not just...
Nicole?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Diane. Thank you, Nicole.
Please.
I'm not meeting you here because I'm scared of you. This is me doing you a favor.
I think you are scared of me.
I'm not a bad guy, Diane, and I truly do believe that. 24 hours from now, the news cycle will move on to something else. I'll go back to hosting my dance show, which employs hundreds of nice, good, hardworking people. You, on the other hand, are pretty much done. You're gonna drag down the people close to you. Look, you had your fun. So why don't you call it a day and go home to your husband?
What's that voice?
Sweetheart, everyone.
He reminds me of the guy that's what is from Law and Order or what he's from.
Yeah,
I recognize
you're right.
I see him. Yeah.
AOL, Time Warner, PepsiCo, Viacom, Halliburton, Skynet, Toyota, Trader Joe's also owns MBN and is currently profiting off of Hank Hippopopoulos' good reputation?
I know you're upset. Would you like a JoJo? It's just like an Oreo, but Trader Joe's style.
No, I don't want a JoJo.
In America, you do not know to suffer. You eat your cheesy pizza, you drink your aid of gator. This life is nice for visit, but no way for live.
This is not over. When people hear
Give it a rest. It's over. You lost.
How could you say that?
What are you doing here? I mean, what is your endgame in all of this?
You don't actually believe Hank's innocent, do you?
Of course not, but that doesn't matter. You're not gonna beat this guy. Todd?
BoJack! Thank God you found me! I thought I would never see you again.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
I got mixed up in some bad stuff, and a genocide may or may not have been perpetrated in my name. You know, maybe you heard about it on the news?
No, most of the news has been about Diane and Hank Hippopopoulos.
What? Why? This is really serious.
Oh, of course, your thing is serious, and my thing is just a dumb feminist trying to get attention by attacking a famous man. Is that it?
What? No.
You're not still mad about the book.
You manipulated me and completely took advantage of...
Guys, there is a very fragile alliance between the Cords and the Ovians. If we don't do something...
Todd,
Nobody cares, Todd.
You were out of work? Now you got your dream role.
Okay, yes, all of that is true. But also, you were my friend. Never apologize for that. And that you still won't.
Well, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
Are you?
Yes, actually. I am. I didn't want to do that, and I probably could have handled things better. I definitely should have. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But this is bigger than you and me, and I need you in my corner now because I don't have anybody else.
Well, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm in your corner.
Guys, earlier some general asked me if it was a go on that thing we talked about, and I said yes, and he said, God help us all, and left the room. Now I'm not sure that was the right answer.
I asked you really nicely not to make a big thing out of this.
Yeah, I know, but someone
Had to say something, right? And that someone had to be you? Because why? I really don't get it. What is accomplished by you being the one to take a stand on this?
You stupid, ugly can't.
Yeah, that doesn't say can't.
Oh.
God, you'd almost be safer in Cordovia.
Yeah, maybe I should go to Cordovia. I'm obviously not making a difference here.
Actually, maybe you should. Go feel good about yourself and do your important work. And maybe some space might be good for us.
7 Cordovian Airlines now boarding.
Hank, I have
Pat
to ask,
Oswalt.
did you do it?
No, I did not.
Well, that's good enough for me. Coming up, Kanye West claims to hate Thin Mints? Our panel is outraged.
Hating Thin Mints?
That was his response. This is our reaction.
All right. That was a good one, and it's the true tale.
That was a hell of a thing. We were just talking about the last duel.
Yeah, I watched it last night. Loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it really reminded me of women's representation in history and the current media because, yeah, they are kind of beaten down to the dirt.
Yeah, we have 8 women who all corroborated. I imagine didn't corroborate together. That'd be collusion. But they all had individual accounts of him taking them or doing something inappropriate.
Oh yeah.
And it is inconvenient for a lot of men and women because they like Mr. Hippopotamus Man. What's his name?
Right, long name I didn't write down.
They call him Mr. something.
Hippopopalous?
Yeah.
Hippop.
And Diane. I mean, I get the really human story because, I mean, I think she's trying to stick up for what she believes is right.
It is right.
Yeah. No, yeah, but like the people around her are like,
well, they're content.
You're getting death threats.
They're content in their little bubble.
Yeah.
Like, we just want to see this guy have his dance show at the end of the day when I get off work, and I don't want to hear all about the shit about sexual allegations, which is what I assume they are.
Yeah.
And anything else. We don't want any of that drama. We just want our Hank Hip-Hop Anonymous
Hanky,
show.
Mr. Hanky, what do they call him?
Yeah, they call him Hanky, but it had a long fucking name.
Yeah.
So Hank Hip-Hop Anonymous at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So they don't want the drama.
Yeah.
No matter if he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's what their idea is.
Yeah,
So-
and then we have people sending her death threats and then making her husband worry and I think maybe ruining his career.
Well, he's a fucking moron anyway.
Yeah.
So,
but like, if she lives with him and I think presumably she lives with him and they're kind of letting off him, I think, right? Or at least he's old.
But he's a Muppet.
Yeah.
So if he's a Muppet, leave his ass and go over to war-torn Cordovia and live with Snow Leopard Man. And
he seems like a badass.
He compared to Mr. Peanut Butter.
Yeah, I mean, he's
very much
jumping
so.
on a plane, sewing kids' arms back together.
That fucking vole out.
Yeah. What happened to him?
I don't know. He's blind.
Yeah.
Why was he jumping out of the fucking plane anyways?
I don't know. That kid's
Come on, you can't
hands
even
were
see the
backwards.
Yeah.
His hands were backwards.
Oh, backwards. You give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down right now.
You know, and then of course BoJack, he's obviously still trying to be front and center, and it's a little more forgiving because it's just kind of how he is. I like BoJack.
Well,
but there's an important issue, and everyone wants to ignore it, including BoJack.
This episode really does put you in a perspective of you have BoJack, who represents the celebrity issues and their drama, and then first world drama, which like this man has allegations about 8 women that worked under him that have been sexually assaulted, and then you have third world problems
where people are getting blown up.
Where people are getting blown up and killed by these fucking people that are just being blown off in the news.
Yeah.
For the Hank Hippopopalous story.
Yeah.
And things like that, which is how it is in America. It honestly is.
And that stuff is important, but there are things that are, I think, objectively worse. Like I think child slavery is objectively worse than
China is worse.
Yeah.
Than how things are in America right now.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that in a way to where I'm like, if any woman, if she's done something terrible, I think it's a terrible
I'm not saying that!
Yeah, I know.
Your fucking blanket terms, not you.
Yeah.
But anybody else. But it's like, come on. I mean, you can't just ride away into the sunset with one comment.
Well, and they do. Yeah.
And that's what they do.
They do.
And ride off in the sunset like it's a goddamn Western. Like, I got my high noon moment and I fought the bad guys and I won. I'm going to ride off and be happy about it.
What's interesting, I think this aired before the Me Too movement. So at the time that this aired, a guy who was empowered did something and was swept under the rug. That doesn't happen now as much.
It's probably harder for him.
It would be harder for him now, Mr. Yeah, for sure. But it's interesting how the world has slightly changed on...
Well, I have daughters.
Yeah.
And I don't want my daughters to be taken advantage of and swept under the rug because the world exists the way it always did.
Yeah.
Because it should be snubbed in favor of entertainment or power or anything else.
Yeah.
I ultimately take a lot of that responsibility on myself to teach my daughters, hey, this is how things are right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean it's always how they should be.
No, you're right.
But you need to be aware so you can avoid those circumstances. Mm-hmm. And if anyone ever does that, I'll cut his fucking nuts off. Feed him to him.
Yeah.
Won't cook him first either.
You gotta cook him. Shut up. And did we know that Mr. Peanut Butter was married once?
He said he was married several times.
Okay. Well, I must have missed that or something, but yeah.
Well, it said that. It gives so many marriages in.
Yeah.
And that's just I don't know what wife that was when BoJack and him were young.
Yeah.
But...
And BoJack, at this point, when we've seen him in the past, I guess he's started to drink a little bit.
So well, they're making it... So
it's not like year one.
But there's also a difference between like horses and dogs.
Yeah.
Because dogs can become loyal to almost anybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you show them the right attention and go through the right measures
at
a much faster rate than horses. Because horses are very fickle.
Okay.
And take much more time. And
what do they call breaking a horse?
You break a horse or you're spending the time in conditioning a horse, breaking them.
That's admirable. That people can do that.
Well, people that love horses, good for you. I mean,
yeah.
I spent my whole life chasing those motherfuckers over hills and dales, just like you was with me chasing my horses over these fucking hills. They weren't even mine. They're my family's horses. And so I
remember you getting a phone call, and I know the one time I didn't help you. I was actually here. I had my birthday party here, and you were here with us. And it was late, like 1 o'clock in the morning. Your grandma called you. You looked at me. You're like, just stay. It's your birthday. I gotta go do it. I remember thinking, I should have went. Or I think even my friends might have thought that was interesting. Yeah, I mean,
chasing these fucking horses.
Yeah.
Hills and dales and valleys.
Yeah.
How deep these fucking hills go around here. They're not like a rolling hills of fucking, I don't know, some odd part of Michigan that doesn't have any
John
hills
Denver
except
song.
No, it's just ravines. It's like southeastern Ohio can just become annexed into West Virginia.
Yeah.
And be part of it. And these goddamn horses thought it was a good idea to just roam out and shit on public roads and get in people's fucking property.
I mean, it was crazy as they had so much room and it wasn't enough.
I know.
I mean,
it's never enough for a horse.
Yeah.
It's enough for people.
Well, they haven't been...
People get their house and their little conclave.
Yeah.
Or enclave, conclave, whatever you want to call it. And then they go to work and they come back to that little enclave. And they don't leave. They don't do anything else. But these horses feel like, this just isn't enough. I don't like these fences. And they're going to rip through them
They're
and cut
wild
themselves
animals.
up.
See, like, the domestication of horses was obviously much different than cats and dogs. And dogs, obviously, we've domesticated longer.
Well, horses live longer, too.
Yeah.
Like 20 plus years, 30 plus. It's just like these fucking things live forever. And man, like
when you have a horse, it's half your life.
I know. So it's not like I don't know. You get a parrot or something. I guess it at least stays in your house. A turtle, that motherfucker doesn't argue.
No,
it'll outlive you.
Most of them will.
It will live in that house. It doesn't argue. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't protest. You feed it. You make sure you clean its pen every once in a while and get some nutrients and some sun.
Yeah,
it's good. But horse, they're like the goddamn high rodent. Fucking,
which is the opposite of BoJack, but yeah,
it is. Just, I didn't grow up with good experiences. I guess you know.
I mean, I really did love the horses when they were here. I loved petting them, feeding them, stuff like that. But
you would. They were yours.
I just love animals, but I didn't love
because they weren't yours. Your dad kept one cat and one dog.
Yeah.
For you.
And that was it.
That's it.
But my connection to the horses, well, it was nice to see them, but like. Yeah, I understand taking care of horses is a huge responsibility.
It is.
Yeah.
You honestly
had to shovel their shit.
If you want to legitimately show horses, have one, ride it, you have to spend time with it every fucking day. Yeah. It's literally like it's a relationship.
Yeah.
And they are so needy. And I don't like needy things.
I don't know the horse. I mean, I guess my experience.
Those ones weren't because no one spent time with them because they are needy. But no one spent time with them, and that's why they're running all over the goddamn hillside, and we had to chase them in the middle of the night.
Became feral, I guess.
They did.
But I remember I go
because
they come up to me though.
Fickle things. Horses are like women.
You know,
or man whores.
I can see that.
All right, they are fickle. So say what you want about them. If you got the time for them and you love them, I do respect that. Yeah. And it's a great thing. I don't have it. I didn't grow up with a good experience with them. I'm not going to spend that time with them now.
We had a hammerhead shark.
Hammer in the
nail. That was fucking
hilarious. He had this look on his face.
Yeah.
He was like,
Apple fritters, they're just good stuff. I love Matthew Fox because I've never watched Party of Five. My sister did. But he was one of the main characters in the ensemble Lost.
What was the wolf? Michael Wolf?
I don't know anything about that, yeah.
I don't either. It's funny they made him dumb.
Yeah.
Michael Wolf.
Yeah.
Just trying to imagine the fox being smarter. The wolf is a dumbass.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's kind of funny.
And we had cantaloupe versus honeydew, an old age thing. To me,
what do you feel about honeydew?
I don't dislike it like some people do. My mom, she's really big on cantaloupe, and she ate it all the time growing up. I didn't have honeydew until I was older, until I was like probably 14.
I had honeydew pretty young. And I had actually the first experience of honeydew was a very good experience.
Yeah.
I had a perfectly ripe honeydew, and it was better than cantaloupe.
Yeah.
And it was better than watermelon to me because watermelon's very sweet.
I do.
And I do love some watermelon.
Yeah.
I grew up eating it all the time.
Yeah.
We did out here all the time.
Yeah.
I do really love it. But I do really like cantaloupe, especially with some salt. That shit.
I never had that until you guys put me on it. I don't prefer it with that, but I'll eat it with that.
Well, I never did until my grandpa just kept insisting because that's how he always ate it.
Yeah.
But honeydew, man, when it's ripe.
No, I've had ripe both, and ripe both, they're pretty close. I think.
Well, honeydew's milder.
Yeah. For me, it's probably cantaloupe. I like them both more than watermelon. But I like watermelon quite a bit. So I guess I just like them all, but I've had to pick one to be cantaloupe.
Well, watermelon, obviously, compared to the three, is very rich.
I think middle of the road cantaloupe is better than middle of the road honeydew, though.
Middle of the road honeydew, like, you have to have honeydew ripe.
Yeah.
If it is not ripe.
If it's really ripe, I think it's on par.
Yeah, if it's not ripe, it's just kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, someone fucked this up. Someone literally came in here and fucked this up. But cantaloupe, it can be middle of the road.
Yeah.
And still be good.
Yeah.
Watermelon, not so much.
Not so much.
Watermelon has to be just ripe or close to it.
Yeah.
Honeydew has to be just ripe or close to it. But cantaloupe, there's a wider range.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think that I can eat cantaloupe more, but honeydew at its best is better than the other two.
To me, mango is now as an adult my favorite fruit. But it's got to be ripe, and if it's not, it is the worst fruit.
I'm not going to put that pressure on myself to find a perfectly ripe mango.
Well, unfortunately, like it's not too hard, but some less experienced people that I'm around, they get some shitty mangoes. But Kroger,
it's like an avocado.
Yeah, Kroger always has really ripe mangoes.
If you don't have a good avocado, it's like, what the fuck are these Mexicans thinking?
But guys, that was it. We're done.
Thank you for tuning in. You, in particular. If you like what we do here, please like and subscribe. Write us a letter. Send us a box. It can have nothing in it. I don't care. Might have peanuts in it. But really don't, because it's weird when we get gifts and things. I mean, the foam peanuts.
I'm not allergic.
Instagram, Twitter, you'll find us there. If you don't, you won't. It's okay. We didn't know you anyway. Adios.